Hey, what's up guys? How y'all doing today? Well, baby, if your name is Kim Kardashian, know you are in a world of hurt. This mess with Kim is in the winter of her discontent. Okay, they said that she was at Jeff Bezos's wedding throwing herself at Tom Brady. Now, Tom Brady was busy trying to get Sweeney's attention. Okay, but it didn't end well for her. And the weird thing about it is the one thing that made her really upset is she thought Tom was just being like a dirtbag and going after a woman half his age. Okay. But then she realized her real thing, the real competition was Sofia. Sofia Vera. Anyway, Sofia V, right, from Modern Family. When she heard that, she was furious. Why? Well, Sofia got real face, real body, real everything, right? Kim is a little bit more manufactured. But one of the things is she was super sources said that she was super jealous about this with Sofia Vera because unlike Sweeney at the Basil's wedding where he was just trying to get him where he fits in, they have been spending almost the whole summer together. Now Sofia's team came out when they were like, yo, you are having a European romantic holiday summer with Tom Brady. Her people came out and say, well, yeah, I am, but it's not that serious. Like, it's cool. Like, I'm going to be single by fall. You know, this body, this face, I got to do what I want to do. However, Tom Brady seems to be super smitten with Sofia. So, what does this have to do with Kim Kardashian? They are saying Kim is literally enraged. In a weird way, her mind could understand why Tom would be attracted to Sydney's youth. But in her mind, she's like Sofia is like what, 53, 55? Are you serious? I'm literally going to war and can't get your attention against a woman that's also almost my mom's age. I mean, first of all, slow down. Sofia is not Kris Jenner's age. But even if she was, baby, Tom don't care. He only likes what looks and feels good. And obviously that's Sofia. So get this. Sources said that the Kardashian camp via Kim being vindictive. And I tend to believe this story because the Kardashians are, especially Kim, is known to be vindictive. They started planting a bunch of stories about the way that it couldn't be true. Sofia's too old. She's an old lady. And then you saw all these weird quotes of Tom being like, I would never date her. She's too old. She's too old. Which I thought was weird because Tom Brady never really speaks about the women he dates at all. Right. And we know this because Kim was mad because remember when Kim was planting a bunch of stories letting us know that Kim just had some questions about real estate in the area that Tom lived and he invited her over and they were having one-on-one solo dinners at night and D because Kanye told her and again this is Kim never getting away from anything Kanye tells her to do. What did Kanye say to her? If you want to date a woman, date Tom Brady, not Ski 8 instead. You just happen to have a mom that was able to always save you, which is great. But let me go back to my point. Kanye built up Kim to be a pop culture lexicon. And for a while with all the outfits and the way Kanye was like don't speak and don't do this and combined with Kris Jenner who definitely knew how to sell to what is Kim millennial culture right it platformed her into somebody larger than life. If she had taken Kanye's advice and the next dude she after the divorce she talked to was well-respected or even if he was just like a quiet intellectual somebody that's not into fame or even if she was like he was like a billionaire had some god but just somebody that was well-respected and wasn't looked at as like a loser or a druggie or just a passer right that's the way his looked at I'm not saying that's him but that's the way his looked that then I honestly think that she would have kept up on that ascent. Instead, she messed with somebody so base, someone that admitted that they were high off the K the whole high out of his mind every single day even while she had this man around. This man that is a Division I crash out. You introduced your kids to him, had them sitting on his lap and teaching them things when everybody except for her and she was proud of it. Rubbing it, I guess, in Kanye's faces. It made everybody lose respect for her as a woman, but also, how can you be this when you're messing with this? It really doesn't make sense how. And then after Pete went to rehab and she was chasing him around and trying to get him to reconsider and he wouldn't, it made everybody look at her differently. Had she just jumped into somebody that was well respected, I think her post-divorce era would have been completely different. But that's just me, right? Anyway, that's why she started talking to Kanye because she said talking to Tom Brady cause she's like, oh, let me take Kanye's advice. Anyway, let me get back into the story. Okay, I know you're like, Tissa, where you going with this? I'm about to tell you. Alright, so she was basically Tom. They were having late-night dinners, a lot of them, but Tom would never claim her in public. And then there was Dave Portnoy from Barstool that literally did a video talking about like he was Tom Brady's woman. Don't do with Kim. She's a pick anybody else. She and all this stuff. Tom never came out to check him. He never even came out to defend Kim. As a matter of fact, Kim then showed up at his roast where everybody was calling her a ho. Kim got so mad she had Netflix actually edit that out of the row so you wouldn't see it unless you watched it in real time. Baby, he don't think she too old at all. As a matter of fact, he think she aged like fine wine. Listen to this. Tom Brady's people came out and said that he would never say Sofia Vergara is too old for him to date. This is an exclusive and baby if it's People magazine. This can't is going on record as saying this. Tom Brady would never say he thinks Sofia is too old for him. Sofia says they are not dating. People are saying Tom would want to. And Kim is sitting there in the corner, according to sources, being like, and why not me? Again, who planted those stories about Sofia being old? Nobody really knows. But this seems to be like the Kardashian MMO. It seems to be like Kim Mo. All I got to say is Kim, grow up for God's sakes. Again, listen, who do y'all believe? All I know is it seems like Kim is mad. But at the end of the day, she should blame her own judgment and blame Pete because that's I think where people really lost respect for her. And unfortunately, I think it showed who she truly was because baby, she has still not been able to recover. If anything, her and Kanye need to get back together cause it seems like both of them were in their golden era back then.